Breach intrusion has commenced. Upload complete.
What is up, static gamers? It is Nathaniel S5496. I'm glad to announce that for this particular video I was able to talk out loud, even though it is created in the same night that my roommate had to go to sleep from the last video. By the which, if you guys haven't checked it out, it is going to be a bit of more of a boring video, but I recommend watching it if you want an introductory into this map. But yes, we're going to be looking into others. So, my game's a little buggy there for a minute. We're gonna go quickly take look-sees from the last video for those who weren't there. I'm not quite sure why I'm getting a frame drop every so often, but I am. We're gonna check this out. So this is what we had done as a current racetrack. Very successful so far, mostly functional rather than in design. And we had this particular part here that we worked on briefly, and I think we're going to go eventually into doing some touch-ups with this, and then this is where we are. So it seems I was off. Anyway, this here was a marking for where the Warthog originally landed, but it seems that it's more of about right there. So we're going to get into this as quick as we possibly can. So I have a particular spot that we're going to modify and change. So if you're looking at the last map, you'll know that this was just a bad map in general, and you can see it by the tower. We're in the process of fixing it, so we're going to try and get as much of this forge modified before it becomes too late. And I actually shouldn't have deleted that, so we're going to go to structures. I think this will be good, and tightly level this stuff together. So fundamentals like we did from the previous game, where we're making kind of the smooth ramp, but it doesn't need to be as smooth considering the angle of drop. The Warthog, unlike that one, isn't going to tilt as much, and you're going to be probably maintaining about this much speed throughout the track. So we're going to test it out. And as you can see, it's nearly a good start, and it keeps you very smooth. All right, excellent. So we can see the concept of the track that we got going on here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to inclines, and I'm looking for, I think this is the one that I want. Which, the problem is I'm working at a 5% angle right now. I'm actually thinking about correcting that real quick, because I do not... It is okay to add entire sections if it means fixing your map, because you do not... If you can, avoid working in possible angles. Some forgers can do it. As you can see, I did it with the ramp. It's not impossible, but we need to decide next whether we want the bigger one or if we want the smaller one. And I think Alright, so when doing this and like having it in the water is kind of unnecessary unless you want it to be through the whole track. So we now know that it's got to come over here, and oh god, this looks horrible. This looks so much better already. So we can already see the functionality going on here, and this is where I should be able to realign with the edit coordinates. So we just label this thing close to the top, hit edit coordinates, and it is going to be a little off, but we want to realign, so it's not going to be that noticeable once you start putting the map together again. So again, we're going to take our Warthog, just like we have in the past, and we're going to drive right through, getting a feel for the map, get a little splash in the water, and some airtime. I'm loving the airtime. So we're actually going to keep that because this map's supposed to be more of a fun feel. And let me rotate this around so I can... I guess that really didn't change much. Again, now we can use edit coordinates to make this so much smoother. Now we know we want the mount to end up over there. And I'm going to actually change... With this, we can change the fundamentals of the track. And having a sharp turn now is not so much of... Oops, not what I meant to do. It's not so much the problem anymore because we can use edit coordinates to laze our way through. Alright, not what I meant to do. We're gonna 45 degree this now, which should allow us to cinch this up a lot better than what we had. And then now we can actually get rid of that. Let's grab you and delete you, functionize you. Okay, hold on. 45 degree angle. No, we don't want a 45 degree angle. Let's do a 30 degree angle. So based on that, I think we're gonna have to work with a 5 degree angle, which will also allow us to make that as smooth as possible. So we do have a bit of a limitation here where I think I might still stick with the original idea of a 5x5 here. I think I understand what I was going for, but obviously this will be a lot smoother than it was. So we're gonna edit coordinates here and make this good. Alright, 1 second. Timer, you can stop now. Alright, so we're already kind of past the time limit here because I don't want these videos becoming super duper long. I think it's a good idea to break the videos at different and certain points of a validity. So what we're actually going to do here is we're going to put this on a 45 because I don't like working with a 90 due to a glitch area. We now know we're past our time limit. Now, due to the style that this map is, we are going to have to adjust a lot. So I turned off. I cannot rotate this bad boy, unfortunately. Nor will I. I'm going to line this up as much as possible like that, so the track is where it is. Now, the next challenge is, I think this was a 5-degree angle, but again, we have a challenge to overcome when it comes to the structure of this right now. So we're going to need to go back to the structures, and we're going to do this to finish this off. We're going to get our wall coliseum. I'm going to work with a 5-degree angle. I don't like doing this because you can easily mess up the forge, and that actually seems pretty smart, or pretty good. So we're going to actually line this piece up as close as possible using the other piece as a reference, and I done fucked that up. Alright, so correct. That is not going to be 100% perfect. I'm going to manually adjust this now. I made a mistake, and as you can see, I'm editing with the editor off. I'm going to have to, which is going to be extremely hard. And now I'm going to pull this back until this ramp feels about right. About right there. That makes that great. Alright, and then we can go ahead and just poof you here, because obviously that's where we're going to end up. And yeah, now I got a challenge on my hand later on when we forge into this. So we're going to go take a look as a conclusion of the product so far, so we can see where this stands. Considering I would like to upload daily, let's use you. I would like to try and do an upload every so often. This will be great. So, the results so far are as follows. A swirling down pit with a gap in the floor to make people go, oh crap. Nice big jump that causes your hog to pivot, scaring most people. I wouldn't say scare, but, you know. People might try to correct to mess up. A decently smooth, yet slow, but another jump. Maybe a little predictable. But then a drop down. You gain some speed, only to lose the speed. Well, you don't really lose the speed. You actually get some air, which I think adds some civility. Now, as you see, the race line here is pretty straightforward, and I got some unique things that I'm gonna do with that. And we're gonna come up through here, and as you can see, it's fairly smooth. Actually, fairly good. And then, of course, we run into the rest of the track, which needs a lot of work from this point on. So in the next thing, we'll get this like little roundabout that we could make a collision course, but I like the idea of having it go above the racers because this is a crash track. So for now, this is actually a fantastic positioning to be for this map. So we'll leave that as this, and if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to hit that like button, motivate me to make more videos just like this one, and obviously I'll see you in the next video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the future. This is Nathaniel S5496 signing out.